If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. These people are crazy.
Now, I am Kingdom Reacts. I didn't fund the ad, but I definitely support it. This right here, though, oh, y'all, this wasn't random. Trump went surgical. I mean, for real. He didn't debate immigration policy. He didn't cite a bill. He didn't throw out numbers. Well, he did eventually, but in relation to this part right here, he just asked a moral question. Should the first duty of the American government be protecting American citizens? Simple enough. He didn't ask social media. He didn't ask the truth. Social. He didn't ask, cable news network. He asked the room. Stand or don't. And when the Democrats stay seated, oh, man, that speech ended. And the ad campaign began that you're just saying. Because in politics, optics beats explanations every single time. And here's what makes it worse. Yes. Even people who don't, rock with Trump like that even saw what happened, y'all. Let's go ahead and roll it.
Donald Trump, when he asked the question about cheering and asking about protecting American citizens and prioritizing them ahead of migrants, he set you up. He knew you weren't going to stand. He knew 73 of y'all were going to show up to other places and not show up to the State of the Union. He knew that a lot of Americans that were moderates on both sides of the aisle were going to look at y'all as being every bit as out of control as you claim he is. The difference is that he takes those positions and the heat that comes with it as the incumbent, the president in office. You couldn't keep him out. And he's making the claim that you hate him so much, you're devoid of objectivity, and you're devoid of thinking about what's in the best interest of the United States of America because you're too busy thinking about your own personal feelings and animus towards him. And every time you do that, he smiles and mocks you and has a field day. You played right into his hand. Don't come back at me and say F Stephen A. Smith or Stephen A. Smith is selling out or Stephen A. Smith is this way or that way. I'm just telling you what it is. Don't kill a messenger. Shape the message in a fashion that benefits you for once. The man has been playing y'all like a fiddle for 11 years now, and you still can't beat him. Damn! You keep falling right into his hands. And it's a damn shame.
It was that.
It truly, truly is.
It was that. Damn! He meant that. Come on, man, because we know Stephen A. Smith, he's not a conservative pundit, right? A white ringer of any kind. What did he say? He's been playing y'all like a fiddle. Let me translate that for y'all. You walk straight into it, Democrats. Straight into it. He knew some of y'all wouldn't stand. He knew the cameras would pan. You know what I'm saying? He knew the split screen would go viral. That wasn't an accident. It was bait. And Democrats didn't just nibble. They swallowed the whole hook. But the real damage wasn't in the chamber. It was in the reaction after.
When you go through some of the moments he went to, right? He pointed to a little girl, Delilah, who was almost killed by an illegal alien, miraculously came back. She was there with her dad. When you have Democrats who won't stand and applaud her recovery, yeah, I think that's crazy.
Sadly, people are killed in America every day. Sadly. And the majority of them are killed by U.S. citizens. So whether undocumented immigrant,
I'm saying
whether it's an undocumented immigrant or a U.S. citizen
fentanyl,
who's the
about supporting
perpetrator.
No, here's
the
the
bottom
difference.
line is somebody has died or someone has been
One died as a
seriously
result
injured.
of bad policy that was in place for 4 years, allowing people to come into this country unvetted illegally. And if we had border policies that actually worked, those people wouldn't be here and those deaths would not have occurred. That's the difference. So when you can point directly to policy, I think that's obviously well within the scope of any president, Democrat or Republican.
Yeah. By the way, it went.
Boom. What the hell was she talking about? Anywho, this is the moment the temperature changed. A child, I don't even want to say that sentence, and then a response becomes, people are killed every day by Americans. Obviously, that's a fact, right? Politically, that's gasoline. Because regular voters don't process that as nuance. They process it as, you're minimizing this. And once voters feel minimized, they don't debate you. They detach from you. And when people detach, emotion takes over. You don't believe me?
Yeah, I want all these people that sat down for what Trump said to be arrested for treason. There is no fucking way y'all swore an oath to the Constitution to sit in one of these fucking seats, but then have the nerve to look at the American citizens and say, yeah, we're not going to protect you or your home ground, but we're going to protect illegal aliens. Last time I checked, you swore an oath to the Constitution, and in the Constitution it says you're supposed to be protecting American citizens and your home ground. You're not doing that. It's screaming treason. It's screaming traitor. Every last one of y'all. I want y'all arrested. Just like how if a military man was to leave home and go to a third world country and then go, you know what, I don't want to do this no more, and drop his gun and just walk away from his team, that's AWOL. You go to jail for that. It's the same fucking shit. Nothing different. No one's fucking special here. Especially this bitch who was on the fucking bridge of tears for being exposed in front of everybody. Look at this girl's face. On the bridge of fucking tears. She definitely needs to be arrested. Her with Tim Waltz. Yep.
Well, ignore the language. Hear the feeling. That's not policy frustration. That's oath frustration. That's somebody saying, you swore to represent us, and you're sitting there sitting down. When politics turn into a loyalty test, it stops being about red versus blue, which hasn't been about that in a long time. It becomes about who you believe stands with you when it matters. And this is where things shift from outrage to movement, y'all. I'm gonna just go ahead and roll this one.
So, State of the Union address. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Because last night it really proved that we have some serious division within our country. And I'm just saying this as an Army combat veteran and registered Democrat that's soon to be a Republican. And I'll say that with flying colors. So I can't even, there's no point in me staying in this party. Like for example, I lost my stepfather last year to an illegal immigrant driver who's using the name of a famous Ukrainian chess player as his name on his ID. I'll leave it to you that way. I've never gotten anything from the black community like, hey man, I'm sorry that, the people that we voted in and brought in with our policies caused you to lose, caused your mother a lot of pain, caused your family a lot of pain. I never got none of that. So I knew at the State of the Union that something was going to be addressed about illegal immigrants. And I figured, there was going to be some solidarity, some unity between both parties. Like, you know what? We did bring these people in when we opened the border and they did kill Americans. We're sorry. No. Y'all so fixated. This is why I'm leaving the Democratic Party. Y'all so fixated on hating Trump that you don't care about nothing else going around. All those black people that y'all advocate for every 4 years when it's voting time, election. You're not black if you don't this. Well, some of us are victims of your policy. Some of us, got robbed by one of these guys you let out on cashless bail that should be in a mental asylum. Some of us got a child that was murdered or raped by one of these undocumented illegal immigrants that y'all let out on cashless bail. And some of us have lost loved ones that were killed in car accidents by these illegal, non-English, non-sign reading non-stop sign stopping, non-red light stopping illegal immigrants that can't speak English when DOT pulls them over. Now I'm gonna get back to the State of the Union. I just had to get it off my chest so you can understand what my mindset was when I clicked on this live stream and started watching this with my colleagues. Shout out to Patrick Brad David and Anton Daniels and Devory Darkins. Now, there were certain parts where Democrats had the opportunity to stand up, in relation to a child that was hit by an illegal immigrant, almost lost a life, paralyzed, just 5. I know a lot of them old politicians in the Democratic Party got grandkids. So if your grandchild went through that, you'd be like, oh man, that's heartbreaking. Like, no matter who you are, everybody has a soft spot for children. Unless you're on the left, because they're willing to castrate them without the parents' consent. Like a child that's 6 years old and 7 years old knows exactly what's going on with their body. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to my teacher over to my mama. Matter of fact, I want to be a girl, so go arrest my mama. And then CPS and all these people in the FBI come looking at. No. Yeah, those people that advocate for that, y'all showed y'all ass last night by not standing up when the president asked, hey, if you're for the American people over illegal immigrants, stand up. And y'all sat down. So y'all really proved my point that y'all don't care nothing about my black ass. Y'all don't care nothing about the black people that y'all beg for a vote for every 4 years. Y'all do not care. That little girl was a person of color. Isn't that what you put on the front of every policy that you advocate for your Democratic talking points? But people of color but people of color, well, that was a 5-year-old person of color that y'all did not stand up for. And that made me sick to my stomach. It's disgusting. Like the president said, y'all are sick. Y'all are so fixated that you can't find nothing on him on the Epstein files, probably because he's the original whistleblower, while the rest of you Democrats was running around hanging with Epstein. But that's a whole nother conversation. I'm just trying to understand, man, why y'all could not stand up for my stepfather last night. That's all I wanted to see. Just a couple of Democrats say, no, it's not right that these illegal immigrants. But y'all on the news saying illegal immigrants ain't killed no American citizens. Bitch, who the fuck? So yeah. I'm a registered Republican, y'all. I'm sold. I'm gonna go sign up tomorrow. The newest member of the Republican Party, right here. Yeah, because y'all don't care about us. Andrew Jackson didn't care about us when he sent all those dark-skinned Indians to Oklahoma. And you got Huguenot in your blood, Andrew Jackson? You need to go back and see what he really looked like. I think he was just a bitter-ass, light-skinned nigga. But that's just me. So he did have Huguenot in his blood. And my great-grandfather's a Huguenot. And he's almost as dark as me. But anyway, so back to the State of the Union. We see where our country is at. It's clear and evident that y'all don't want to see nothing prosper under. Y'all would rather see the country tank and go into ruin under Trump, just so y'all can have media talking points to bring it up. Oh, Trump failed. Oh, this, that. But anytime something happens to somebody, oh, it's staged. It's staged. Nobody tried to take him out. Charlie Kirk gets taken out. Well, his dad was a Republican. Why would a guy with a transgender girlfriend go after y'all know why y'all took Charlie Kirk out. Y'all knew he was the future president. You had to make sure that didn't happen. We got to make sure we take him out. Because if these young guys keep listening to him, none of these youngsters going to be out here protesting. But you think Charlie Kirk would have went with that? He would have been like, young people, why y'all out here protesting, man? But anyway, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Back to the State of the Union, man. Like, I'm disgusted, man. I'm just disgusted. I put all this energy into this party. I let all you black liberals call me for the last 4 months, local artists where I live, letting these white liberal friends call me house baby killers for my military service. Like, y'all are really some sick ass motherfuckers. And I'm gonna start treating you as such. Nothing less. I'm gonna treat you the same way I treated those I dealt with on Tuesdays and the Shia Muslims I dealt with on Thursday. I'm gonna treat y'all like them. Y'all are the real enemy of the state and always have been. And documentation shows that since the 1800s. Since 1838 of your party's inception, y'all have always had a problem with a Negro that can speak his mind. How did 12 years a slave happen? Democrats going after black abolitionists and black Republicans. Free people of color. Y'all have never liked us. And I'm starting to see that Democrats don't like a free person of color right here. Y'all don't like us. Y'all don't like us. Any black conservative, he's a plantation. Even though we the ones saying we don't fear white people, and y'all the ones saying y'all do fear white people. So who's really on the plantation? Y'all can't make that make sense to me. I'm done arguing. I'm done going back and forth. Y'all got it. Stay over there and be a Democratic donkey, and I'll be the black conservative elephant in the room. And you better not touch me. We don't protest, we shoot.
Sheesh. That's not a talking head, y'all. That's not a consultant at all. Neither nor a strategist. That's a voter. And when a voter says you're so focused on hating Trump, you forgot about us. That's not about Trump. That's about feeling ignored. And ignored voters don't stay loyal. They relocate. My God, it was I don't even think it's much I can even layer to this. Which brings us to bigger framing, though. Because the conversation isn't being framed as party anymore. It's being framed as something completely different.
I believe for the rest of my life, I'll be doing the Lord's work. I'm going to make sure no black person is a Democrat ever again. I hope you got enough common sense and critical thinking to understand what's going on right now. I'm about to give you all the facts. Every day I think I'm going to come on here and tell you what these clowns have done to you. Can you just notice that they never got a solution for you and they always calling you a victim? That's number one. You always need Medicaid. You always need food stamps. You always need government assistance. Why? Why you can't need a job? Why you can't need an education? Why you can't need a better job? Why you can't need a house? Why you can't need a better car? Why you can't need better things than motherfucking government assistance? Lyndon Johnson said he gonna have these niggas voting for Democrats for the next 200 years because that's how goofy you is. They filibustered the Civil Rights Act. It was the last record they had in Congress. They took men out of your homes. They would rather than be homosexual than to be a man in a home raising a family. Do y'all not see this? They claim to be Christians but do everything against God. Are y'all Christians? I do not understand what's happening. Do you believe God's word or do you make it fit to your lifestyle? I do not understand what's going on. Was the dashikis not enough? When they walk their ass out there with dashikis on and your ass ain't never been to Africa. But they thought the dashiki was unity for you. They play in your damn face. They play in your face and you let them do it. You let them work up your emotions. You let them build fear. What happened to us being slaves now? We supposed to be slaves 6 months into the Trump presidency and all locked up in concentration camps. These niggas is it.
Notice the language. Not Republicans versus Democrats. It's Americans versus leftists. That's powerful framing. Because once politics becomes identity-based instead of policy-based, it simplifies the battlefield. You're either with us or you're not. And if Democrats keep giving viral moments where they appear out of sync with emotion, instincts of everyday voters, more switches happen, more detachments happen, more realignment happens. Not because of speech either, but because of accumulated perception. Now, this wasn't about standing. It was about signaling. And in modern politics, signals spread faster than speeches. The question now isn't who clapped, who stood. The question now is who felt seen. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to comment the word seen. Yes. That way I know you made it to the end. And yeah, other than that, y'all be safe. Go check on some. Oh, y'all been talking about my hair, man. I appreciate all the compliments. Yeah, y'all know we getting older now, so y'all. Somebody was like, "Yeah, man, your line looks super crisp." I was somebody painted it or whatever. I was like, "Yeah, Picasso did himself." If y'all see it this crispy, that mean I'm the one who did it myself. Now, when you get older, you got to spray a little bit, darken it up a little bit, so other than that, I'll be over here looking like, My lining to be looking leftist. But you know, it's all jokes and fun, man. I don't take this is all kind of fun-hearted. I don't take none of it seriously, man. I don't take myself too seriously. But y'all be safe. Go check out somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.